So if you want to build the strongest possible EB1A profile, you have to understand what a claim means and how you can show a claim through your profile building. EB1A profile building is not just about doing a random list of activities or doing as many activities as possible. It is about showing both extraordinary ability and a claim. And a lot of you are able to show EA, but are just not able to show a claim. And that's how a lot of you get questioned on your profiles. You're not able to show field-wide recognition. And in this video, we'll be covering what a claim actually means and how understanding a claim is one way you can use to significantly strengthen your profile, because you will become far more selective, or at least far more precise with the kinds of activities you do. Now, I'm not saying that every single activity has to count towards this acclaim standard. All I'm saying is you have to find examples of how you have received acclaim for your work in your field, not your company, but in your field. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason, and I work with several top immigration lawyers, which is where my EB1A profile building insights come from. I also run a paid newsletter for $12 per month, through which you can get access to my newsletter resources, which includes a profile building opportunities database that lists over 400 opportunities categorized by field and criteria. You will also get access to my private group, where members have been able to find co-authors for papers and articles, have been able to find opportunities shared by other members, and have also been able to find collaborators in general for profile building. The insights I share in my newsletter are from working with immigration lawyers who handle cases on a regular basis, who handle 50 or 100 cases every year, and aren't just anecdotes that have drawn from people who got approved for EB1A. I always look for insights that are data-driven, that are from people who are actually handling EB1As and NIWs and O1s on a regular basis, so that I have access to the latest information. I will also be hosting more virtual events with top immigration lawyers within the newsletter, and you can get access as a member of the newsletter. If you're interested in these resources, check out the link in the comments. But going back to the video, understanding a claim is one way you can significantly strengthen your profile, because it just helps with really presenting an EB1A profile, not just a random list of activities, which is what a lot of you are actually doing because you don't really understand what a claim really means. So let's break down what a claim actually means. So there's no one definition of a claim, but a claim is really just field-wide recognition. That's one way to understand a claim. You have this really high level of expertise that shows that you've risen to the top of your field, and because of this expertise, other professionals in your field outside of your company are recognizing you for that expertise. That is what a claim means, and a strong EB1A profile that is able to present strong acclaim usually has examples of activities that point to a high level of recognition. A high level of recognition for their expertise. Now, proving this is really what's going to help communicate that you meet this evidentiary standard. Now, how do you prove this? You prove this through activities that show this, of course, but really show the field-wide recognition, and that the field-wide recognition is because of your high level of expertise. So what I'm saying is you need to be showing examples of evidence that show that you have this very high level of expertise, which is what a lot of you are probably going to be able to prove. But you now need to show examples, data points that point to how you've gotten recognized by other very top professionals in your field. If you aren't able to show that, what you're really just saying is you're a very top expert in your field, but you're not really recognized within your field, which is the pushback you could get in an RFE. You could get that pushback, which would say you are a top expert in your field, but only on the basis of proof that your company recognizes you for your expertise, but no one in your field recognizes you, so how can you claim that you are a top expert in your field? Because it seems like other top experts in your field have recognition on a much wider scale than just recognition from their company. So these kinds of activities have to be external as a result, not just internal. These kinds of activities also have to show that top professionals, an audience of top professionals, recognizes you for being at the top of your field. If you can't show that, then what are you really saying about the field by recognition you have? What, you're just recognized by junior professionals in your field? That's not really a strong argument for a claim, because you're saying that you have this high level of expertise. So naturally, if it really is that high, then other top professionals in your field should be able to recognize you for that expertise. And that is why you need to be doing these kinds of external facing activities. External facing activities that could include speaking at conferences. It could include judging. So this is what you really need to understand. And that is when you start to realize that a lot of activities don't actually make sense for a claim. They count towards judging, they count towards authorship on a plain language level, but you aren't able to go that extra mile and then show, hey, I'm actually getting recognized by other top professionals in my field for doing these activities, or that is why I was invited to these activities, or my application of my expertise is evidence that I'm being recognized by other top professionals in my field. That is what you need to demonstrate if you want to significantly strengthen your EB1A profile. Not just show that you are a top expert within your company, but that your field itself recognizes you. And that could be through references, that could be through media, although that's very rare for industry professionals, but it could be the case if you're a founder and you're getting a lot of media attention. That could be an example of a claim. You just need to show that external recognition piece, not just internal recognition. And that is definitely something you want to profile build for if you want to build a strong EB1A profile, especially the strongest possible EB1A profile.